From websites that tell you you're gonna die to websites with haunted stories and ghosts that are going to chase you after a haunted sequence. Only those with daring hearts void of fear are brave enough to visit these sites. Here are the top 10 creepiest websites on the internet. 10. Death date. If someone offered you the exact time and date you're going to die, would you check it? That's what the Death Clock website offers you. It's understandable that most people don't want to know when they'll go, or even how, but some are dying to know. The website asks for a few details such as your name, birth date, height, weight, gender, and what kind of stimulants you ingest like alcohol, cigarettes, and other substance. The website asks you, so you want to know when? It will then calculate the day you will pass. It will also give you exactly how much time you have left to live, meaning a terrifying countdown to the exact second. In addition, a percent of life pass section is off to the side, just to let you know how much you're wasting your life. 9. Creepypasta. Creepypasta has been terrifying internet users since 2008. The term creepypasta is slang for copypasta, meaning copy and pasted text. The website is a collection of horror fiction stories. Although these entries are brief, the paranormal stories, designed to scare you, are chilling enough to make you jump at any sound in your room for the next month. Creepypasta became famous in 2014 after a 12-year-old girl was stabbed by two of her friends. Relating to the story of Slenderman, the girl's reasoning for stabbing the girl, they wanted to prove the Slender Man skeptics wrong. Other eerie stories include Jeff the Killer, Ted the Caver, Ben Drowned, and Sonic.exe. Want a tried and true proven way to freak yourself out? Go to Creepypasta in a dark room. 8. Death row information. You'll find that there is not a lot more chilling than listening to murderers and criminals' last words, and that's exactly what the Death Row website offers. It lists the famous last words of inmates and is constantly updated with words of the newly executed. There is also a section on the next upcoming execution on the calendar, and another section to give information about the people currently on death row. You can find a chart of deceased offenders that offers their name, age, county, race, and date of death. That will lead you to a link to read the last statement they left behind. 7. Staggering Beauty. There is a trigger warning for Staggering Beauty. If you have epilepsy, then stay away from this creepy site. Your first time visiting Staggering Beauty will freak you out. There is no describing the panic that ensues, but let's explain what it's about first. Staggering Beauty has a very simple concept and layout. Once you're inside the website, a black worm-looking creature with wide eyes stares at you. A creature that could easily be drawn using the paint program on your laptop has never looked so unnerving. When you go and move your cursor, the worm follows it. As you move faster and faster, the worm keeps up with you. Here is why an epilepsy warning is included. The worm flashes random colors, startles you with flashing images, and plays staggering loud music in the background. 6. Best Gore. Best Gore is a website that hosted graphic, real-life photographic, and videos of events such as murders, torture, suicides, open surgeries, mutilations, and accidents. It's hard to believe that such an extreme website exists out of the dark web, but it's credited to Slavic-Canadian Mark Merrick, who would eventually be apprehended for violating Canadian public morality laws. BestGore.com also featured news, photos, and videos with user comments and authored opinions. In 2012, it received a lot of attention after a film depicting the murder of Zhu Lin was posted. That was the last straw for Canadian authorities, who arrested Merrick. During the trial, one of the police investigators described the site as a racist website, inciting hate, hatred, violence above any and beyond anything normal. In January of 2016, Merrick pleaded guilty to the corrupting morals charges and was given a conditional sentence of 3 months of house arrest and 3 months of community service. Merrick stepped down from running the website, but he still holds on to the opinion that he never did anything wrong. In fact, he claims that the website has saved many people because viewing the gory content on his site convinced them to avoid dangerous speeding, motorcycle stunts, and darting between traffic, playing around with forklifts, and even prevented them from committing suicide. 5. Fifth Nail. Want an insight of what a psychopath's ideas are like? The chilling Fifth Nail website will do that for you. It looks like a typical blog until you read the About section. It's a rant about a myth that gypsies made 5 nails for Christ's execution, not 4. The 5th nail was meant to pierce his heart, but the gypsies hid the 5th nail from the Roman soldiers. In some stories, the gypsies were punished by God for prolonging Christ's suffering. It then goes on to say that its existence today is somewhat questionable, unless you consider the metaphor. This rant belongs to Joseph E. Duncan III, a prolific blogger and host of a YouTube channel. He's also a convicted serial slayer who is currently serving 11 consecutive life sentences as he waits to receive capital punishment. You won't find the blog regularly updated, but Duncan does occasionally write posts from prison and sends them to someone who posts them on the site. 4. White Enamel. White Enamel is one of the most horrifying websites you can visit. It takes you through a twisted tour of an abandoned psychiatric hospital. You can point and click your way around this haunted place while an eerie soundtrack of an old man singing plays in the background. Those easily scared are advised not to stop by White Enamel. It will drive you insane from tension and make you question whether your home is haunted or not. 3. Ashima Island. The scariest thing about the Ashima Island website is that Ashima Island is a real place that has gained a reputation of being a ghost island. Ashima Island is full of abandoned concrete buildings, overrun by nature and undisturbed by people. This is where horrifying Japanese war crimes and forced labor prior to and during the Second World War took place, so a chill running down your spine as you virtually walk through it is understandable. Here is the website for it, and it's not a tourist brochure that convinces you to go either. It lets you point, drag, and click around. Google Street View is even used to make users feel like they're really standing on this eerie island. 2. Rate My Poo. This isn't so much terrifying as it is horrifying. Rate My Poo is kind of like a Rate My Outfit kind of website, only people rate each other's, waist. People upload photos and others place ratings on them. This is the #1 spot to check out this kind of content online. These aren't any anonymous excreted waste either. You can find out the exact gender, date, and age of the person posting. Rate My Poo is not for the squeamish type for sure. 1. Bangjong Dong Ghost. When you enter the Bangjong Dong Ghost website, it shows you a warning. Reader discretion is advised for pregnant women, the elderly, and those suffering from serious medical conditions. What you're looking at is a terrifying urban ghost story that uses animation to deliver jump scares that will scare you out of your seat. Most people don't get past a few minutes on this site. It was created by the same artist called Horag who made Aksu Station Ghost, which is an online webtoon that featured creepy 3D-like effects, such as a ghost hands appearing to jump out of the screen as to grab you. The Bangjong Dong Ghost tells the story of a student walking home from school late during the nighttime. She runs into a female ghost who is looking for her baby. Frightened, the student tries to confuse the ghost by pointing in a random direction. However, in a terrifying turn of events, the ghost snaps and starts chasing after her. Once she catches up to her, the student faints out of fear. When she wakes up the next day, she gets told by a neighbor that a woman in her district had just committed suicide the night before after losing custody of her child. Horog makes you feel every moment of the horror the student experienced in the form of jump scares. When the student and the ghost first meet, the ghost head suddenly turns 180 degrees and the animation of the attack will haunt you. And these are all the scary websites we have for you today. What'd you think of them? Would you be ever willing to visit one of them? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and before you go, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to Weeklypedia and click that notification bell to be alerted whenever we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.